watching a Facebook video.
Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to another group stage match between Vallu and Viper. The stakes are high. Well, not yet, but they can be high. The potential for an interesting match is very high today. So, what are your thoughts, Viper and Vallu, before we spin the wheel?
I'm screwed.
I'm pretty confident.
Yeah. So as you guys
I'm
know,
not.
Viper doesn't have a PB in 2 games, so Viper already banned 2 games automatically. And by default, that means that Vallu gets to ban 2 games today. So it's basically Vallu
I already
can
know what you're going to pick.
Yeah,
You don't know.
It's pretty obvious, but maybe Vallu wants to make things interesting. Maybe he doesn't
Maybe the
want
legend
to. Maybe he
wants
doesn't
to
want to
make
go the easiest way.
content.
We will see.
Don't put pressure on me.
I'm just saying, Val.
Honestly, I'm just here
saying.
for a good time. I'm just here for a good time.
All right. So, are you ready for the wheel?
Well,
Here's the wheel.
I am. I sure am. Oh, we're going up this time.
Yeah. I switched things. I switched things up a bit to be more interesting. Oh, it's just the
That's
wrong
not
slide.
the wheel.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
Gosh dang it.
There
There it is. Oh, the colors. I like
I
it.
switched up the colors a bit. You know,
Very
I'm,
nice,
I'm
very
doing
nice.
a lot of things.
Ew, it's not in caps.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, Viper.
Okay.
I'm not gonna change it. All right. So, Vallu, what is your first game that you want to ban from this already small wheel?
Let's say Super Mario 64.
Super Mario
Okay.
64
That's an obvious one.
70 star is off the wheel. We are left with SMG 1 any percent, SMG 2 any percent, and SMS any percent. What is your second choice?
SMG2 any%.
Oh wow! No one could
Oh
have.
my goodness.
Well, no one could have known.
Absolutely no one is surprised.
Absolutely no one is surprised. We are left with SMG 1 any percent and SMS any percent. And
I am
now-
okay with this.
GG Vallu, by the way.
You don't know yet.
You know-
Vallu could blue screen. Vallu could.
SMS is very
Game over.
unpredictable, you know.
Game over in SMS
You know,
could
there-
happen.
There's currently a huge
And we're not
thunderstorm in
that far off
Finland.
in Galaxy
Anything
1.
could happen.
Vallu could try using 2P and SMG1 and die in numerous places.
You bopped both my PBs in your D-Rust runs today. You're gonna have no problem.
But SMG1 was pretty close.
If I
Yeah.
somehow pop off and get sub 230, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it could happen.
That'd be interesting. That'd be
I
very
mean, I did
interesting.
recently bring my sum of best down to 226.
All right.
So
Can go.
Viper's best chances are with Galaxy 1. All right. So I'm gonna spin the wheel in 3, 2, 1.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is like hypnotizing when it's so fast.
I like how Oddme just isn't even here, so he just doesn't even know until he shows up what we're actually playing.
Yeah.
He's just gonna hop right in and just be like, "Hey, look, bad game," or
He'll either be popping off or yeah.
bored out of his mind.
Man, this wheel takes a long time.
I wonder
taking
why.
a
I
long
wonder
time.
who. I wonder who said it.
Uh,
I wonder who said it. Like
I
that.
think. Please stop. Please
Please,
stop.
please,
stop,
please,
stop, please. Stop.
No!
Oh no! It's still going.
I love
Wait,
this.
wait.
I love this so much.
Oh no. Okay. We're gonna be here
Now
for a
I'm
while.
doing the same game twice in a row.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
I'm okay with
well, at
this.
least I don't have to move my sensor bar and spend
Right.
like 30 seconds struggling with that.
Well,
yeah, for Galaxy
playing SMG
1,
one.
any percent. Oh, the wheel is
I
still
should probably
turning.
actually set my
The wheel
game
is still turning. No, never mind.
Yeah, it sure is gonna turn.
All
It
right.
keeps spitting.
So, while the runners set up, I
Rox,
will.
if you're here, can you give me a bone next time?
I will. I will turn on the music, and we'll see each other in a few minutes. So.
Yay!
In a few. Yay! The excitement. The excitement is huge. All right. See ya.
Mhm.
Okay. And now the thing. Oh, there we go.
Augers.
Alright. So, we're here. And if both of the runners are definitely ready, I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Also, Otmi's here.
Yep, hi. I exist. I'm here.
So Otmi and Bread Ghost are gonna commentate this match. Super Mario Galaxy 1 any percent. The more interesting of the two choices. Take it away. I'm gonna count down.
SMH.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck.
Yay!
Yo.
Good luck, boys.
Um,
All right. So we have SMG1. This game's pretty long. And
Thankfully
kinda
not
boring.
as long as SMG2, but it's up
Oh,
there
thank
for
goodness,
sure.
yes. Yeah. About 30 minutes shorter. Viper has played SMG1 in the tournament already. Obviously at an advantage. He did lose to Xbrelli by 0.2 seconds.
Oh my god, that race.
It was a very close race. We'll see if this is actually a close one. I'm not sure what Vallu's latest run is, but...
It's a
Vallu does-
229, so...
Okay. So
Yeah,
I think
he's
it's
definitely
possible.
rusty. He is definitely
Yeah.
rusty.
Yeah, Vallu's PB is a 218? 219? I have no idea.
Low 219, I believe, but he has not
Okay.
done a run of any of these games before today in like a year or two, probably.
Hmm. And he is using 2P, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I believe he just started learning 2P like a month ago or so. Whereas
Heavy
Viper's
sigh.
sticking with 1P based.
Absolutely based, yep.
And I love bunnies.
Viper facing a bunny, as you do. The bunny does not like Viper today. Viper's also out of Starbits, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, fun fact, these bunnies move slower on 3D All-Stars, so basically this is the play 3D All-Stars agenda.
I'm not on this agenda, though. It's dueling commentary today. Play JPVC. Anyway, Vallu's got his bunnies, Viper's got his bunnies. We're into the cutscene, where we will get the spin. And the spin
Player,
will let us
only
break
person
things.
ever who can make fun facts.
Yep. The spin will let us break things, and also get more height. And also will let Vallu 2P jump, eventually.
Oh god. I am definitely curious to see how Vallu does with 2P, because I didn't watch like any of his run earlier, but
Neither.
all I know is for his standards it was pretty bad. So I'm curious to see how he does now that he's adjusted to the rust, and this will be his
Yeah.
first like proper run with 2P.
I've never seen him. I think I saw him practice with 2P once, and I think that was his first time using it. So, but not today. So I don't know. He got caught on the rock there a little bit. Viper's close on his tail right now, even though the bunnies did troll him a little bit. Let's see if Vallu goes for gateway skip here.
That would be quite interesting. No, he's not going for
Nope,
it.
not doing it. It is a very
see at
hard
least-
strat.
We'll see at least one gateway skip this tourney. That's my prediction. Just one. Whether it's J or not, who knows?
I mean, who will go for it? Jay, maybe Silo.
Well, Silo definitely will. He's like super
Who's
passionate
even
about
in this
gateway
tournament?
skip.
I don't remember. I don't remember who's even in this tournament. Who would even go for it? Mostly 2P
Red Ghost.
runners would go for it. Yes,
Bread Ghost will get the 1P gateway skip.
surely. I've tried it before. No one gave me a tutorial video when I asked, so I was like, thanks guys.
Tutorials are lame. You just gotta improvise, trial and error until you get it, and then it works every time.
And Vallu gets the Luma bounce skip and gets electrocuted shortly afterwards. Very nice.
PK.
Pretty standard.
Viper gets his will. He's going the other way. Interesting.
Viper using strat I used to use way back in the day when I used to speedrun this game. puts you on the side with the Luma. So it's a little bit different movement on the switches. Altogether, not too bad for either runner. Viper's still getting, I think, a 4-2X.
Yeah. 427.
Yep. And we're out of the worst level in the run. Arguably.
Debatable, because we got the rest of Terrace, but who knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gateway's the worst. Never mind.
There's a few stinkers later on, but the Gateway is just... There's a lot of painful memories associated with this level. So...
It's just
many
whenever if it's
memories.
the first split in the run, it's usually the worst because it's just associated with resets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna be off into Terrace very soon here after the incredible amount of dialogue that we won't be able to read because everything's in Japanese. If we were playing SMS right now, we'd be almost done with the dialogue, and then we wouldn't have to see anymore pretty much for the rest of the run. But the wheel said no to the better game.
Dodge.
The wheel has said no to a lot of good things this tournament already.
We've still yet to get 64.
Mm-hmm. I'm really hoping for it against Ninjato. Not much to say here. We're just mashing through text.
That's why
This game's
Galaxy
text
1
mashing.
is just such a fun game to commentate, because you can't say
Mhm.
anything half the time.
Yep, so many cutscenes, so much downtime. I'm curious to see what routes they're gonna do. Is Vallu gonna use Going Commando? Viper, I don't think is using it. I think he's on pushback.
Viper uses pushback, I think.
I'd venture to guess that Vallu would probably be doing Going Commando. He has 2P, so that shouldn't be too bad. So
I only said pushback because that's what he said he did in his race with Exprelli. I honestly don't know what names are associated with which routes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't
These
even
names are
remember
so
what pushback
ridiculous.
is even like. I don't remember what pushback.
It does.
It even
I think
is.
it's like the first route that did Space Junk Comet early instead of late,
Really?
something like that.
So with
And
like
then,
the 2-star fountain in the late
Yeah.
game? Okay. Yeah, that's a pre no battle rock route, right?
yes,
Viper will be doing a lot of battle rock. But Vallu probably will not. Vallu doing whatever this is. This
Oh,
climb
God.
strat. I hate this strat. Oh!
2P treating him so well.
2P is being slandered today. I'm okay with this. Oh
Viper
my
going
goodness.
through. Okay, Viper's in the
Valu's
lead. Nice.
really struggling here.
Let's go.
Viper gets the strats. Ooh, this is already spicy. Mm-hmm. Vallu will be able to stop these boulders though for extra star bits, which is very helpful when you're doing Going Commando because you need to unlock Sling Pod in the first 13 stars, essentially. And that is very hard to do, usually, if you're on 1P.
Unless it's
It's
3D also.
very tight. True. Oh dang,
2P
that means we're
slander
gonna see.
and 3D All-Stars praise. That's my commentary for tonight.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Viper taking the lead by not using 2P again.
Mm-hmm. But Vallu is keeping up, notably, showing that Vallu is probably more comfortable with Luigi, considering that Viper only runs SMG2 any% really, and that only uses Mario. So
Yeah, I mean, Vallu definitely has his fair share of Mario experience with Galaxy 2 and having any % Mario records at one point, but I'm sure he's much more used to Luigi.
Yeah.
Okay, we're watching Sunshine.
What is happening?
Hello? What?
I'm very
In
confused.
the world, Ginkgo?
I think we're watching the same stream, but slightly delayed. Oh, maybe not. Never mind.
Still,
Viper got
it's
hit.
still hard to tell what is happening.
Okay, there we go. Well, Vallu has gotten the first star. Viper, or second star. Viper's gotten the second star. We're on our way here. And pretty close match so far. But that could very easily change very soon as harder levels are coming. Now, gotta feed Polari. That's part of this run too.
I love Polari. Best NPC.
She's got the best color scheme. The
And
black with
it's
the blue
better than
eyes.
Loba, the purple idiot.
Yep. We should have Polari in charge of Starship Mario and Galaxy 2. That would have made more sense.
He's gotta be there and babysit Rosalina the whole time, or something like that.
Yeah, I
That's his
guess.
role, I think.
Mm-hmm. Coming into Good Egg 2, Vallu will have a speed advantage here with 2P, being able to collect more star bits at the beginning, and also on the grassy planet in the middle. Spoilers, sorry. Meanwhile, Viper will just have to deal with the 1P starbit route, which is honestly cooler IMO, because it's more impressive to do.
Everything is cooler with 1P.
Some would disagree. This strat's kind of cool, though, I will admit. Oh, but
Missed it.
he did not get it.
Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
This is Viper's chance.
Vallu, please. You 2P actually, I said it. I didn't mean to jinx anything, but
Oh no.
Viper fails Luma bounce though. Yeah, when you're new to 2P, mistakes can happen. As someone who has attempted to use 2P sometime in the last 4 years,
I tried it for 3
can
days
attest
and
to
went
this.
back.
I tried it for one stream and went back.
Based.
Oh, see, and see, Vallu already has 100 star bits landing on this planet. Yes, he did get a lot more star bits with 2P on that grassy planet in the middle. Viper will have to run around this planet. He has 80 going to the planet, which is fine. He should be able to get plenty here, but it will take him some time. Losing precious seconds to 2P OP-ness.
Ginkgo's never would have happened if we just rolled Sunshine.
This is true. Then you would have had 2 Sunshine elitists on the comms.
Ghost has the best character development. Like, you were an SMG1 main for so long, and now you just like Sunshine more than everything else.
Yeah, mostly Bingo though. I'm there for Bingo, but I am not playing Bingo this season.
You both. See, Vallu gets this early cycle here. Saves about like
No,
5 seconds.
yeah, I don't know how this works. I don't like you can land in this capsule and just make the cycle, but it's hard. I think. I mean, I think maybe you went too fast. I'm not sure how it works.
I know, like, to guarantee it to work, you have to go in the first person after feeding the Hungry Luma and look away from the capsule.
See, I that's what I thought. I always saw people go into first person there, but I've never done that strat. So I am an old boy. I have not run this game in over a year.
Sad that that's considered old. So much stuff gets found in this game nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vallu will now be heading to Honey Hive. Viper should be as well if he's on pushback.
I guess Valu's not doing Sling Pod because he would be doing Good Egg 3 by now, I think.
No, I think 2P it's faster to loop-de-loop. Because
Interesting.
of Starbit stuff.
Oh yeah, Starbit, I guess.
So in this level we have the first major skip of the run. Honey Hive 1 skip. One of the more entry-level skips IMO for this game. When you're learning this game.
Like
this is
2 minutes. You have to do it.
Yeah.
The best.
Basically, we're skipping most of the level by going up onto this tree and jumping to the other tree where the toad is that gives you the star. And thankfully, this isn't Kaizo or whatever, and there's no black hole to stop you. Vallu getting the hang of these 2P jumps now, it looks like. There's just like a 2P version of Honey Hive 1 skip.
That was a weird angle to get on the tree. Okay.
Vallu just giving Viper some time to catch up here. Keeping the race interesting.
Paris is just where all the fumbles happen.
Vallu, backing this up a little bit.
And a 2P
Ooh.
jump. Oh
Oh, he
no!
misses how do you have one skip? Viper has a chance here to
I do
get a real
believe
lead.
Viper is doing the belly slide method, so he will lose some time by going around the tree.
Mm-hmm. So Vallu is not quite out of this then. Yeah, belly slide
These
does
angles
lose
are
a
so
bit.
scary.
Vallu trying to get this
Oh,
backwards
God.
slide. Oh, that's not going to
Now we're
work.
missing it again.
Yeah, so the 2B version uses that belly slide as well, but does it from
Oh my God, this
the bottom of the tree instead of the top. Oh, Viper's
this
angle
is not
here
working
is
out.
probably fine. Okay,
Yes,
Viper gets it.
Viper
First try.
in the lead.
Ooh. Valu's got to get this soon. Oh, Vallu. That's speed. This is fine.
He
Vallu
really
still
wants
has...
this 2P.
Okay, he's got it. So plenty of time to catch up here. He's not too far behind Viper. But this has definitely been a very interesting start. Again, I didn't mean to jinx anything by saying 2P might hinder Vallu a little bit, but... being a little naughty so far.
Yeah, 2P is definitely a more of a slow burner, because when you first start out with it, it just sucks so much. But once you start getting used to the jumps, it saves so much time.
Mm-hmm. Almost enough time to warrant a separate leaderboard.
No, we're not doing.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not bringing this up here. I'm gonna get absolutely banned from everything.
I will say it would be hilarious if we split it, because Jay running 1P would be the best content ever. I attempted one speedrun of 2P and I quit in Battle Rock 2.
I don't remember where I quit. I just remember I quit somewhere. But I think I was playing as Mario, so that also probably factored in.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah, playing as Mario is a death sentence. 1P or 2P.
Well, Ginkgo, I'm not in the Galaxy Discord, so we can't really have this discussion.
No, I was doing 120, Marv.
Viper bonks there. Vallu doing this camera turn strat to the starbits. I didn't know 2P needed those, but I mean, more starbits the better.
This camera change can make this wall jump a bit tricky.
Viper having a little trouble with... Yeah.
Okay, gets the wall kick.
Viper having a little trouble with the skip
Oh
here.
god. Oh!
Ooh. Oh, Vallu! Vallu falls off the tree.
Oh my
It's
god.
unfortunate.
What is happening? Spin bonks everywhere.
Yeah, these walls are very spin bonk prone. Like, I have a clip of me spin bonking like 15 times in a row on one of these walls. It's crazy. Would not stop. We're very
Viper
close
keeping his
here.
lead.
And just barely. So let's see, 17:52 for Viper, and looks like 17:56 for Vallu. So only 4 seconds between them. Wow, this is so hype. Sorry that we don't have Hype Man Hex here to.
Oh my god. Imagine if Exprelli was playing again and we had Hex commentary. Just,
Oh my gosh,
I wish I could be
With
as
the-
biased as that.
Exprelli and Viper rematch.
Too much energy. Yeah, Hex needs to like manifest his energy into all of us at once so that we all have just a little bit more hype in us.
Yeah. So now Honey I have 3 will be facing off against the evil Bugaboom. There is a 2P skip here that Vallu might go for. I don't know if he actually will, because
Oh yeah,
obviously 2P's not
B-list.
been nice to him already today. But yes, B-list does exist, and it is very possible that Vallu goes for it. Vallu does like going for very hard strats that save lots of time. Or even minimal time.
Yeah, no time at all.
Viper will be getting the B though. It is possible 1P, but I think it's incredibly hard. He is going for it,
Oh my god, wow.
and he gets it.
You have to do it again.
Oh my god, insane.
Nice.
Insane. Value saving some seconds there.
Oh, Viper.
And we'll save even more time in the fight. And Value suddenly pulls ahead as
What is
Viper
happening?
cannot ground pound Bugaboom. Come on, Viper. Bugaboom's in Galaxy 2 as well. Ooh, the 2P jump to hit Bugaboom there as well.
So yeah,
Viper will-
that B-less skip will make it so that he saves time here, but I think it's when he climb is where he gets his
Yeah.
next B suit, which will give him the text
Yeah, the
box
only other
thing.
B-suit in the
first
run.
time getting
Getting
it, so
the-
kinda evens out.
Getting the early hit on Bugaboom as well. Very nice. Viper not going for it. Fair enough. That is pretty difficult at an intermediate level. Yeah, Value once again taking the lead here. And now we should be heading to loop-de-loop for both of them, since Viper did not do good Egg 3. Unfortunate. Probably one of the best levels in Terrace, IMO.
Yeah, because you're not doing anything. I wonder if Vallo will go for tutorial skip. That would be amazing.
That would actually be insane. And with 2P, you can collect ever more star bits here, because 2P does not get trapped in the manta ray. It is free. Value does not go for tutorial skip. Maybe he did,
I go.
and we just can't know. And yeah, now we're just gonna be riding a manta ray. Guesses in chat for the time.
Let's say 58 for both.
Oh, I'll have a little more faith. I'll give him 57.
Yeah, is Vallo a side by side or back to back player? Who knows? Claire making death threats in the chat to an anonymous random person. Might have to call the police.
Please be me. I mean, what? Yeah, this level becomes a bit harder with 2P, actually. It's actually a lot harder than it looks to balance on the ray and go fast and also be collecting star bits.
You won.
Believe it or not, doing two things at once is pretty difficult. Yeah, I haven't done loop-de-loop in so long. I don't even remember what the strats are like.
58?
Well,
Okay.
it does get a 58.
Right?
Viper making the final turn here. He's getting...
What the?
That-
Okay.
He's getting a 59.
59.98.
And jumping off.
What the? Okay. Viper is time traveling right now.
Banned. Banned for splicing. Funny joke. And next up, Flip Switch. Which is actually kind of interesting. Kind of. It's usually the same thing every time. We're going for some tough cycles here, probably. And if we ever figure out if the frame perfect jump here actually saves time, I don't think it does.
I think it does, yeah, because you can make a very slightly faster cycle. I think it's like 2 seconds.
Mhm. Yeah, something about this game is that frame perfect jumps suck and are part of like every single gold split on the community summit best. And they can't be beaten because you have to get a frame perfect jump to ever beat them. Bad speed game. IMO.
Vallu going for a
Vallu
long
doing
jump there,
long
not
jump
a single
strat.
jump.
He can stop the things with 2P. So and getting electrocuted. Oh, that's kind of a little bit of a mismovement there. Viper a few seconds to catch up here. Viper looks like having a pretty clean flip switch actually.
Yeah, he also got shocked earlier on, I think, but
Okay.
oh wait, no, he didn't. I thought he had 2 HP.
If he had gotten shocked earlier on, I think he would have gotten shocked by the robot too. I'm not sure though. Okay, exiting flip switch, both under 25 minutes. Now heading to the first Bowser Jr. level. Vallu will save a little bit of time here with 2P.
Oh yeah, because you can just do a backflip from the starting platform and just go straight to the boss. There is a triple jump you can do with 1P from the starting platform, but it's way harder, especially as Luigi, because his acceleration is just terrible.
Yeah, it requires some pretty precise control stick movements. Not for the faint of heart, let's say.
There is also a strat that helps a lot if you're doing the sling pod route in any percent, which is starbit duping from Mega Leg. Very interesting. I don't know if it applies to any star except this one, but if you grab all the starbits that you get from Mega Leg, oh, Viper getting that triple jump first try, wow. If you get all the starbits from Mega Leg right before you collect the Grand Star, there's a chance that you can just completely double your star count and get like 50 instead of 28.
Double your star count, finish any percent even faster. I'm down with
star count, definitely. Star base count.
Dude, imagine doubling your star count.
I
by
wish
starbits.
you could star dupe in this game. God.
That'd be insane. Oh, the run would get pretty boring, but
It'd be more interesting, I am.
I guess if you didn't have to do the stars over and over again.
Oh, Viper missing the Mega Leg cycle.
It doesn't matter too much. You just lose like 8 seconds or something like that. I have no idea. Extending his lead just a little bit. Ooh, backflip.
So Vallu will not be duping, which I guess he doesn't really need it because of loop-de-loop, so.
I don't think I've ever starbit duped on this level. People, I think I thought I had before, but people were like, no, you didn't starbit dupe. You didn't get it. And I was like, okay.
If you get more than 28 starbits, then you got it. That's basically all that matters.
Yeah, but neither of them going for it, so it didn't matter. Yeah, so Vallu getting a 2709 Terrace, and Viper getting a 2722. So very close, which we are very surprised by, I would say.
It's Terrace. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the later stuff that will make a big difference.
Yeah, engine
Especially
room
kitchen,
and kitchen, bedroom, engine room are a pretty big gauntlet. Yeah, so I'm done with the first terrace visit. The second terrace visit isn't nearly as bad, and neither is the third one.
And we're going into everybody's favorite star, Space Chunk 1. Love this.
Yay.
Everyone else loves it.
And here in Fountain, we'll be seeing the route divergence, and we will not be reuniting until a long time from now. So as soon as... what's the route? Space Chunk 1, Space Chunk 2, Vallu do Space Chunk 3. I don't know what Viper's going to do after that. Battle Rock? Yeah, I think he does Battle Rock. I'm not sure.
Very unnecessary 2P jumps there, but it works.
You can make that with just a nunchuck spin. Speaking of nunchuck spins, Luigi goes higher with nunchuck spins. Everyone here obviously didn't know that. Everyone in chat has never run Galaxy 1. Big info. Raise your hand in chat if you have never run Galaxy 1.
Chat.
I don't see any hands raising.
Single message.
Oh, Harpy has never run Galaxy 1. Harpy, did you know that Luigi goes higher with the nunchuck spin? Your mind is now blown. Oh, Vallu getting sucked back into the gravity.
Oh, still gets it though. He gets back.
Oh,
And that works.
Vallu did get a star chip there, so he could go back if he wanted to and make the launch star, but that'd be a bit counterintuitive. Viper gets it first try, it looks like. And Viper, we'll see if Viper goes for Sludgy Hop here. Vallu doesn't need to do Sludgy Hop because he has this. Rip Sludgy Hop. Your Rip Spider Bounce. You are missed.
Spider bounce.
I will never let Spider Bounce die. Vallu taking a death!
Oh my
Viper's
god.
in the lead again!
Good thing it's not Comet, but I will still put Viper in the lead.
Apparently Hardcore Gaming 07 has never run Galaxy 1 as well. Hardcore Gaming 07, here is your bit of knowledge. Did you know that Mario is bad in this game? Also, Vallu is taking another death. This is really big, actually.
Crystal Jump? We don't talk about Crystal Jump. God.
Okay, Vallu now taking it safe and going to the right, but the damage is done. Viper finishing the star many seconds ahead. Vallu has plenty of time to catch up still. But, ooh, 2 deaths in Space Junk 1. Let's really hope that doesn't happen in the Comet.
Oh, yeah.
Viper apparently got a 4-second gold. Thank you for the info, Viper.
Player thinking about Crystal Jump in the car the other day. very, very interesting thoughts to have in the car. Man, I miss Crystal Jump from Super Mario Galaxy. Any % Mario? Now, both players moving into Space Junk 2, which I don't think they showed it when they were about to start. They did set up Camella before this run, which means that they will get exclusively shells instead of fireballs. I wonder if Vallu goes for bridge skip. I'm sure he'll try it at least once.
Yeah, he does have some time to make up here, so he could either go for risky strats or hope Viper messes up, basically.
Oh my!
Viper messing up. Okay, I'm sorry, Viper.
Is that really messing up though? That Magic Koopa is just mean.
Yeah, the shells in this game are stupid. They don't know what they're actually aiming at.
No bridge skip from Viper. It is very hard to do 1P or 2P.
Vallu getting hit by the fireball. That's unfortunate. Getting hit by the fireball again.
How did Viper miss that shell?
And Vallu's getting a bit trolled here. I don't know if he can go for bridge skip now. He actually only has 1 HP.
I know you can avoid the fireball with 2P if you time it just right, but it's way harder.
Yes, this is pretty classic. I'm trying to find my spider bounce video
God.
so I can show people how amazing spider bounce is. I don't know if I have it still.
Oh, my, Viper bonking on the shell. What the?
Oh, there it is.
Oh my god, you missed a hit. Oh, this is just all falling apart.
Oh boy.
Double Space Junk 2 meltdown. Wow.
Who would have guessed? This should happen. Viper still finishing slightly ahead of Vallu here, but they're neck and neck again.
However, this is where their routes will diverge because Vallu will be doing Space Junk 3 and Viper will be going to Battle Rock, I believe, or Rolling Green, one of those two. Rolling Green, right.
Dang, Rolling Green. I thought, oh yeah, Rolling Green is before Battle Rock because the 13 star should be Luigi. Or not Luigi.
You also don't have enough stars to unlock Battle Rock at this point.
Right. Yeah, so this gives you enough stars to unlock it. Am I gonna get banned for posting this link? There,
No,
you can see
because
Spider
Erase
Bounce in that video.
has no bot thing set up.
That video has Spider Bounce if you want to see it. It's a great strat. I tried to keep it alive for as long as possible. And then it died.
Thank you, Sludgy.
Vallu speeding through the Space Junk 3, heading towards probably one of the worst bosses in the game. Besides Poltergeist.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a very tough boss.
There are pretty difficult strats for this boss using the toad that is stuck in the web. We'll see if he goes for them. It looks really, really cool if he gets it.
Meanwhile, Viper just chilling through Rolling Green, very lax stage.
We'll see Vallu do this soon. Yeah, they are going to be diverging for a while now, so we really won't know who's in the lead. So
Yeah, I don't think they merge routes until after Kitchen. I think that's when they catch up.
and I think even then Viper might do a different bedroom order.
Oh, Vallu missing
But-
the first fast hit on Spider-Man.
Ooh. Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the worst boss in FNG1.
Yeah, that's his name, Spider-Man.
He's
What?
going for it. Did he get it?
I
Oh, I think he
can't
might
hear
have.
code, so I have no idea.
Yeah. I think he might have gotten it.
Nope,
No, he didn't.
he didn't even get the
Missed.
toad launch.
And misses the cancel on Tarantox here.
Using
he's gonna
toad to
hit
hit
it
the
here.
butt. That's kind of surprising.
This is still fine. This looks like an average Space Junk 3 for me, personally, so...
Viper definitely going for Broob.
This is Broob right here. He's skipping to the launch star.
Yeah,
That was Broob back in my day.
Down.
Yeah. Back in my day, that's what we called Broob. Back in my day. I'm sorry.
Flygon would be proud, don't worry.
I can't do a back in my day like Flygon does. Rip
Alright,
Flygon
and now
will be
Vallu
missed.
going for Sling Pod. No Starbit farming, but he will be getting a lot.
This is the second worst level at any percent.
It's up there for sure.
Yeah, Vallu ending up with about 450 starbits there into Sling Pod, which as a 1P runner, that's you salivate over that because you usually have like 405. Oh, he had almost 500. Never mind. Yeah, with 1P with this route, it's like you're so tight on starbits, so you actually have to get like every single starbit in Space Junk 1 through 3.
Yeah,
You enter
and
Fountain with like 300.
that is where duping comes into play from Space Junk 2 and Mega Leg. Both help a lot.
Very true. Oh, that cycle. That was really close. Oh, missing. You gonna get it?
Oh, no.
Sling Pod being Sling Pod. Just barely missed it. Now the cycles are gonna be absolutely screwed as well. There's like a crazy 2P strat here too as well, right? You can like shoot into the next section.
I know.
Like skip like full stars. And now having to wait for this cycle here, unfortunate. Ooh.
Getting
Getting
hit.
to mine. It's fine. Well, now Vallu will have plenty of starbits for the rest of the run. Not that he wouldn't have before, but... Viper, meanwhile, just cruising through Fountain here. I think Viper will have a lot more stars out of Fountain than Vallu, though.
Yeah, because he has to do Battle Rock 2, 3, and... No, Comet isn't until second visit, I believe.
Yeah. Is it? No, I think it is the first visit. I think it's pushback. I don't remember. I thought
Well,
pushback was the one that only did 2 and Fountain 2,
We'll
but I don't
see.
know. I don't have my splits, so I can't look. I'm on my laptop right now. Vallu getting the comet cutscene there at 13 stars. Noticeably, you cannot actually enter a Bowser stage at 13 stars for your 13th star because it does break the game a little bit. The developers thought about that. We are buffering. Seeing Battle Rock 2, which is kind of based. Not as good as Battle Rock 3, but it's up there. It's a pretty interesting cannon shot coming up. That feel with no breath in the command.
Viper getting the first person strat. If you look at that launch star for long enough, it kind of just comes into hitbox availability territory or whatever.
Oh, we do have a Broob attempt.
Broob? No,
misses the triple jump.
That looked like it was gonna work too.
Mm-hmm. We'll have one more opportunity to see it. Oh, he looked like he was trying to back it up there. Battle Rock Luigi is coming.
Yeah, in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, something like an hour and a half. No, like more like 30 minutes or 40 minutes.
Yeah, I guess an hour and a half would be when the run is like almost done.
Yeah, it's like mid-engine or late engine room. Viper nailing the cannon shot there. Love to see it. And Vallu riding the auto-scroller. Not much to see here. I think next for Viper is Space Junk Comet. Possibly. We're very curious to see how they line up when they hit Bowser Jr. 2. I do think they do the same stars up to that point.
Yes. I think after Kitchen, towards the end of Kitchen is when the routes do kind of become the same. Or at least close to that.
In the meantime, they do have the same star count, so...
And they are doing the same star. Let's hope for
Very
not a repeat of Space Junk 1 on Vallu's part.
Yeah, that would be very bad. As dying in Space Junk Comet means you lose like a minute and a half with every death in that section. Yep. I literally think you can't die before that. Well, you can die to the electricity.
I died in this star in my 540 like 2 weeks ago. That was not fun.
No, I would just reset at that point.
No, I had already done 3D World and 64. There was no way I was resetting.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, let's hope bad things don't happen here. If Space Junk 1 skips a little nicer to Vallu this time. That's not going to work. And not for Viper either. Okay, that should work.
Oh.
And, that could have worked for Viper.
That would have worked.
That would have worked. You could have gotten at least like the pole star grab, and that'll work.
This is way more likely to work though.
Hey Vallu, please don't die.
Making Sludgy Hop useless with 2P, Sag. We will still see it from
Spider-Man's useless with 2P.
Spider. 2P
He is playing it a little safer here, as he probably should after.
All right, nice.
The previous
Sludgy Hop.
Ooh, that was very close to the edge. Should be fine though. Okay, Vallu grabbing the last silver star. Could still die, but this looks pretty good. 303 on the last silver star. I think the best I've gotten is like a 307. Viper, please no.
No deaths. Well, I guess he still can die here.
Yeah. You can ground pound off the edge onto the block floating below, and then save yourself. I've done that before. No deaths there, that's good.
Yay.
Would have not been fun to see that.
Yeah, at this point, it's so hard to tell who's in the lead, but I feel like it would be Vallu, considering he died on Sling Pod, and Viper did Rolling Green, and Battle Rock 2, but Vallu was still ahead.
Yeah, now
But
Vallu is doing Rolling Green.
It's just so hard to tell.
Now Viper will be doing Battle Rock 3, and I believe Comet as well. Not really sure. Yeah, it was in like in the older even older routes. It was like you did like Hurry Scurry, Rolling Green. Or did you do Rolling Green later? I think you did Rolling Green later in older routes as well. There's like Space Junk Comet, Battle Rock Comet, Hurry
Something
Scurry,
like
and stuff.
that.
Battle Rock Luigi. Yeah, those 4 stars.
I don't remember
used to
anything
comprise.
about later routes. Or earlier
Yeah.
routes.
Battle Rock 3 is a pretty based. Oh, Vallu not going for the rail skip.
Oh wow. Yeah.
That's surprising. Battle Rock 3 is a pretty base star, though. I love this star.
Yeah, there is one interesting thing about this is if you're playing on 4-3, like if your Wii is set to 4x3, you actually get a different cycle in the 2D section here.
Yes. Our former resident 4-3 player Danny GG found that out, I believe.
Come back, Danny.
I miss Danny. He is a working man.
Imagine having a life instead of just playing Mario all day.
Me in a few weeks. Ooh, Viper having some trouble getting this wall jump. We'll screw up his cycles a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. I think at that rate.
Oh.
Oh man, I haven't done this level in so long. It's crazy seeing it again.
Vallu entering Bowser right away. This is kind of the advantage of doing Sling Pod is that you can just go straight to Bowser instead of having to do a bunch of extra stars.
Yeah. Means he leaves about, I believe, at 17 stars, or is it 18? I don't remember. Viper will be leaving probably with closer to 20, but I don't remember, to be honest. Vallu doing... Oh no, Vallu died again.
Classic.
Just kidding. Please stop backflipping.
I did see he died on this part though in his run earlier. He got crushed by the thwomp, but not this time.
Oh no. Vallu will have the opportunity to go for a small 2P skip here. Get into the Bowser fight.
Oh yeah, the triple jump that Silo missed like 4 times in the 602. That was fun.
See if he goes for it. Looks like he's setting up for it, so... Doesn't look that hard. But I'm a dumb 1P runner, so... What do I know?
Easy.
And nails it. I believe Viper will do Battle Rock Comet now. Yes. Hello, doing some fun Bowser cancels here. Every Bowser fight in this game is different, which is why it's better than SMG2, TBH.
Yeah, but Bowser 2 is just frustrating. I don't like that fight.
I like Bowser 2. I think Bowser 2 is interesting.
It is interesting, but if you mess it up once, everything just falls apart, especially in the last phase. Viper on probably the easiest star in the game that isn't good at Luigi.
Thankfully, he's not playing on 3D All-Stars where Top Maniac randomly goes faster.
Yeah. That is the only thing I can hate 3D All-Stars for.
There's one other thing I can hate 3D All-Stars for. Seaslide 2.
I guess, because of
The
the
stupid gate.
or whatever.
It's so annoying.
Listen, your arm doesn't hurt as much after shaking a Joy-Con compared to a Wiimote, so I can forgive it for the gate.
Hmm. Is there any way to get over that gate without stopping?
No.
There, we're
And I
gonna-
believe that is the same case in the Comet as well. You can't do the strat where you like go straight to the star and then wall kick up there.
Yeah. Viper entering Bowser 1 as Vallu has finished it, but Viper also has 1 extra star, so... Oh, that's
Yeah,
not gonna
black
work.
hole? Oh, that's not.
He was
good.
not far enough back. Although I don't know, I'm not qualified to commentate on this strat because I've failed this many times lately, so that should work. Yeah, you know it works if Luigi flips his feet towards the sky.
Oh,
That's a crush.
getting crushed.
At least it didn't clip him through the floor. That's the thing that can happen.
Yeah, he just backflipped at a slightly wrong angle. Now he's messing up his long jump. Now with a nice 2P jump up to the kitchen. Now he will be entering Beach Bowl 1, where tilt doesn't matter with 2P.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could explain tilts, but that would be really boring to listen to, so...
So basically, if you do things with movement and stuff, he tilts, and then, yeah, you go higher.
Good. Very good.
There's no real way to explain it. It's an enigma.
It's numbers. It's literally numbers. And not even using the tree, dang.
Okay.
Missing the triple jump, 2P jump. I don't think you can make this with a backflip, so it kind of has to do the triple jump here. And just making this completely useless.
Nice.
If you didn't know, you're supposed to get star chips in that level. You don't even see a star chip on screen in that level. Yeah. No. There's a couple quick Beach Bowl stars here. For Vallu.
Yeah, Beach Bowl definitely not the most interesting. Secret is okay, and then 3 has the skip, but
The
for the
skip.
most part, not anything super crazy going on.
Yeah, this level is pretty boring. Unless you're really into optimizing Galaxy Stars, then this level probably isn't very boring. But who's into optimizing Galaxy Stars? Honestly. And Viper finishing out Bowser... Whatever the Bowser this is. Bowser 1.
Oh, missed
Oh,
the shell.
Vallu misses the golden shell. Okay.
Yeah, let's not
Keeping
die
it
in Beach Bowl
interesting.
2. That would be very unfortunate.
I think I've died in Beach Bowl 2 before. It's not that hard. Yeah, I don't remember what a good Bowser 1 exit on pushback would be. I think if I got like a 49, I was happy with my Bowser 1 exit on pushback.
I've never looked for 1 second time saves in 120. I know you win hardcore.
That's why we all love you, hardcore. Because you don't try to make the game harder for everyone else. Yeah, Vallu's star count increasing very quickly. Viper trailing star count a little bit, but he's also done some longer stuff. Some longer stuff that Vallu probably won't do, so... Viper heading to probably Beach Bowl now. Wall blocking on the kitchen thingy, whatever that is, step, classic. Beach Bowl 3 with base cycles.
I don't like these cycles, man. It's so easy to die.
I love these cycles. Like when you get them right, it feels so cool. Like you're just like barely scraping by, escaping death when you're doing these cycles. And the bonk makes things scary, but look at this, man. You're like barely escaping death from this Tox box. It's epic. Like an Indiana Jones moment. Oh, that's not gonna work. This little slip there. Very, very tight on that cycle. Viper nailing the triple jump in Beach Bowl 1. Not needing 2P for this. What a legend. Yeah.
Easy skip.
Very easy. Vallu nailing the Beach Bowl 3 skip, yes. We'll have to do that again soon. But not right now. Vallu is picking up some speed here. Not making as many mistakes now. I shouldn't have said that. He's going to Bubble Breeze.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be hard to tell how much of a lead he has, or if Viper has the lead at all, until like the end of Kitchen.
Viper. Yeah, besides the Death and Bowser 1, Viper's been doing pretty good as well. Viper now doing Beach Bowl 2. Boring Star. So we focus on the epicness that is Bubble Breeze.
The first part of this level is actually like if you can get the faster cycle at the end with the bomb, it can look very crazy if you go as fast as possible, but controlling the bubble can be a pain sometimes.
Yeah, it's honestly... Oh!
Yeah, almost died.
He
can
should
probably
still
make
really get
this.
through here. I wouldn't, though. Yeah. That thing moves faster than you think.
Now the hardest skip in the game.
Yeah.
Easy.
Don't do that skip until you have 2-1x IMO.
Oh,
That's
true.
why Vallu went for it. Because he has a 2-1x, he's allowed to go for it. I wonder if Vallu's gonna do that strat.
What, Boolean?
Is he doing... Yeah, that one. Is Ghostly
I'm
1
sure
next?
he will,
I think Ghostly 1
considering
is
he's
next.
the one who made a tutorial for it in the first place.
Oh no, he's going to Secret first. Beach Bowl Secrets. Probably the most interesting level in Beach Bowl, aside from the Purple Coin mission.
Yeah, it does... Well, actually, it's not as crazy with 2P, the ending, because you don't have to do, like, the double spin.
Right. This is true. Oh, no triple jump here. That did look faster than doing a triple jump. Kind of.
I've noticed that neither of them are going for any insta walks on these launch stars, which is interesting. I'm surprised Vallu isn't really going for it.
What are insta walks?
If you switch your direction, Viper dying on the amazing cycles on Beach Bowl 3.
Dang, you do Beach Bowl 3 first in this route? What?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Secret 3 doesn't really affect the route.
Oh, okay.
But insta-walks are basically you just turn around as soon as you enter a launch star. It's kind of precise, but if you do it, and then when you land, you don't have to land and cancel. You can just go immediately.
I've literally never heard of this. This
Well,
must have been
it's
something that was
made
discovered.
consistent with like spawning launch stars.
Viper getting the strat though first try, in spite of that death. That death doesn't lose that much time, probably.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the preferred death in Beach Bowl 3.
Now Vallu
Alright,
entering
moment
Ghostly
for-
1.
We will see if he goes for the fabled Boolean.
Where, Viper?
I think he's talking about the death in Beach Bowl.
Yeah, you want to go to the right of the Tox box.
Probably stalling it for this Rainbow Star just a little bit, so he has as much time as possible to get the star chips.
Mm-hmm. This movement's pretty hard. I have faith that you'll get it.
Oh, the fast
Oh,
move kill.
what? Oh, and misses the key, though.
Okay.
Where's the
Has
key?
no depth perception.
That key was in a horrible spot, so you won't be keeping the Rainbow Star for very long here. Unfortunate. But there's backup strats, so we're fine. A little slow here. We'll be making a launch star with that.
I wonder if Viper will go for the double spin at the end of this.
We'll see. The alternative is...
Okay, well now he,
Oh, he's
he
not gonna
can't
make it.
get it. It's not.
Oh boy.
Oh, yep, Vallu's doing it. Very, very precise trick here.
And nailing it.
Nice.
Very, very
So
nice. That saves a
the
lot
other
of time.
method, the other method of that skip, which Viper will be going for, is taking the Boo Mushroom, which involves still clipping into the mansion, but it takes you outside of the cage. And then you can just get the Boo Shroom and go to Luigi the other way. But that loses, I think, like 7 or so seconds, something like that.
Yeah.
Because of the text box for getting the Boo. And also just not going straight to Luigi.
Right, right. I feel like it should save more with a good setup, but... You know.
And now Vallu going to Sweet Sweet. Hopefully he remembers to talk to Luigi.
Let's hope. He's deafened, so he can't hear us. Maybe he's in chat. Who knows?
Okay, nice.
He's going for it. Not much to say about Sweet Sweet, though.
Long Jump City.
Viper will be getting a good Rainbow Star run here. See if he managed to hold it a little better than Vallu did. Oh, he bonks in the door. Never mind.
Oh, nice bonk near
And
the
this
star.
is the Boo.
Oh my
This
god,
is
he
the Boo
can't
again.
kill it. Yeah, killing that Boo is probably the most important part of the Rainbow Star portion, because if you don't, you gotta chase him into the light.
Mm-hmm. Oh, not hitting the gravity here.
Viper, what is happening?
Viper is improvising. Don't long jump out of those black holes, you will die. And have to redo the whole section before this.
Meanwhile, Vallu is in Sweet Sweet again. Not the most interesting level. It's pretty much what everybody thinks of when they think of Galaxy speedrunning.
Yeah. You could die here. It could be interesting.
Viper going for the normal mansion clip here. A lot easier than Boolean. Hopefully he gets it first try. And he does.
Nails it. Very beginner friendly strat. Grabbing the Boo Mushroom. And becoming the slowest version of Luigi ever.
Yeah, that's like the one disadvantage he has to Mario, is that the Boo form is slower.
Oh, and you lose the air faster
That's it.
underwater. And the air
Wait,
loss
well-
underwater.
If you want... Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah. If you want evidence of Boo Luigi being slow, I believe the Boo's Boneyard IL record for like the race is like 10 seconds slower as Luigi than it is for Mario.
I believe that is accurate. It's a very odd choice. Like, let's just make Boo Luigi slower for no reason.
Maybe it's to symbolize his fear of ghosts and he doesn't want to be one.
Perhaps. Vallu not
Very-
selecting
very-
Good 3.
Deep thinking with Miyamoto.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting
I would've lost.
strat and bounce off the Octumba.
He did not even bounce off the October. That's how interesting it was. He just backflipped up. Last-
Saved himself again. This is easily the most charming part of Galaxy, is the double Luigi. It's just so stupid, but I love it.
It is pretty silly.
Viper remembering to talk to Luigi. So no route mishaps unless they forget to talk to Toad later.
Mm-hmm. I've done
Viper
that
only
before.
has 17 star bits going in the Sweet Sweet. That's kind of surprising.
Dang. Well, he doesn't really need any more, though, right? Oh, no, he needs it from Drip Drop, right?
Yeah, 600. Which I guess, like, Honey Climb and Toy Time make that very easy to get, but...
Yeah. I think Vallu goes for the harder strat here.
Oh,
Probably
God.
will. He probably will. He's Vallu. He's on a roll right now. Viper getting a coin in Sweet Sweet. Ew.
Got 2! Okay, Vallu is not going for
Not
the
going for
harder
it.
strat.
Interesting. Yeah, you can go off on the other side of this planet and get right up to the star, but it's very hard.
Yeah, I tried learning it, and I think I got it twice in a row, and then never again.
I've gotten it like once or twice. But yeah, I think Vallu might just be a little spooked by his early game mistakes, so he's going for a bit more consistency, besides Boolean.
Well, that would still be considered consistency, I guess, because he's been doing that strat for a while.
Yeah. I've only ever gotten that strat in a run once, and it was on an English disc run at my friend's place. I was just showing him stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna do this strat, and then I did it first try, and I've never gotten it since.
Epic. This tourney feels like 69% Galaxy races because there are 2 Galaxy games out of the 6 total.
Vallu already on his way back to
SMG1 in particular is getting rolled a lot, even compared to 2.
I wish I'd rolled SMG1 against Octum. That would have been more fun than what happened. I needed them selecting a good egg 3 by accident. That's good. And also unfortunate because good egg 3 is amazing. That's not the only reason it gets banned, you sucked. I have sworn that if I get Galaxy 2 against an Nin Shadow, for some reason, I will not ban it against Earthide. Even though I said I would. Just to tempt fate. Surely I wouldn't get it 3 times in a row.
Blueless.
Yeah, Vallu nailing Beach Bowl Comet there. Not really much to say. It's the same level as Beach Bowl 3, just without the swimming. Viper, meanwhile, is still doing the Terrace Stars on the revisit. Now, Vallu either doing Ghostly 2 or Ghostly Secret. I think Ghostly 2 is normally first. I do Secret first, though.
Yeah, when it comes to secrets, the order usually doesn't matter. Like, hardly ever affects the route.
Hmm. He talked spitting facts.
The non-trivial advantage.
Oh, Viper, that was really close. I have no idea what Viper's gonna be doing when it goes back to kitchen here. Probably Beach Bowl Comet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's around the same thing Vallu's doing. He's just not doing Ghostly 2.
Mm-hmm. Instead, he did the Battle Rock Stars. Yeah, so the route that Vallu's doing essentially replaced Battle Rock 2, 3, and Comet. And like one other thing, I think. With Sling Pod, Space Junk 3, Ghostly 2, and something else.
No, I think it's just those 3. I don't think
Oh, it's just those 3? I thought there were 4, but okay.
Ghostly 2 isn't any percent for a long time until Space Junk 1 skip got found.
Yeah, but the route didn't even change from that and for a while. And someone came along and was like, hey, this is faster. It took like 6 months or so before the route changed.
Yeah,
No
I think
one's
that was
running
just because
Galaxy.
people didn't want to do Space Junk 1 twice.
Also because like no one was running the game back then.
True.
Like I literally had top 10 with like a 242. It's great.
Those were the days. The good times.
Did Viper do Beach Ball Comet yet? He's going for Ghostly Secret.
I wasn't paying attention, but I don't think he did. I will give you editor permissions, Ginkgo, after this race is over.
Viper's getting some clean movement there. Gonna be not doing keyless. It is a hard strat, I don't blame him. 1P keyless, not the freest thing in the world. Going for safe version here. And
Oh my
missing
god.
and falling.
That's not good.
Classic. And very unfortunate. And, you know, Vallu now entering the same star. We're on the same star. This is amazing. Viper's in the lead.
And Vallu will be going for keyless because it is a lot easier with 2P.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're basically trying to get on top of these invisible doors. You can wall jump off of them. You can land on top of them. They're pretty finicky, though. With 2P, it's easier to hit the doors you want, though. Ooh,
Nice angle.
start a little bit there. Gets the 2P jump.
Oh,
and falling. This is fine. Yeah, there's a little less risk with this 2P,
nice.
as you can fall forward, and you don't randomly fall backwards. Yeah, I'm probably saving a little bit of time over Viper there, on that star. Viper now doing Bubble Breeze. So they should both leave Kitchen with 30 stars. Ish.
Yeah, I believe.
So Vallu looks to be entering Bowser Jr. 2 now. So Vallu definitely having pretty sizable lead right now out of Kitchen. Unless Airship Armada is a meltdown. Which is very possible. This level sucks sometimes.
Yeah, he does also have 2 extra stars than Viper, route-wise, I think. At least,
Yeah.
I think that's how it works, right? I don't think they're synced up just yet.
No,
I'm not
not
sure.
yet.
Maybe they are.
Viper! Oh no! Viper missing the launch star.
That's so unfortunate. He has to do
Yeah,
that whole protection again.
It's better there to ground pound onto the sandy beach, I think.
Yeah.
Like that slows you down enough to, or you're not going to hit the mine. 2001, sorry.
That is
And
probably
unfortunately, the
most,
cycles here are really bad with after a death.
yeah, that's probably the most punishing death in this race so far.
Oh, Viper! Don't die again, please. Bubble Breeze deaths are not fun to deal with.
I think Vallu messed
I
up
didn't-
the first phase of that fight.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
God, how did I miss?
Yeah, that was having a time.
Oh no, the Koopa!
The Airship Armada meltdown, the
Oh
classic.
my
Oh no,
God.
please get the coin. Please get the coin, thank you.
He's about to recreate the crying about it gif from Jay's channel. Where you
Oh no.
die right after killing Bowser Jr.
There we go. That was very unfortunate.
I've said it so many times. This fight either goes perfectly or terrible. There's no in between. If you mess up one thing, everything
true.
falls apart.
Very, very true. Vallu exiting Kitchen at the 113.50. That is very much sub 230 pace, I think. Still.
True.
Assuming the end game goes fine. And he's been picking up speed, so he'll be seeing a nice 226, 227, possibly. I can't see much better than that. Meanwhile, Viper 28 stars. Trailing a little bit. Still got time to catch up. Total we're looking for, by the way, is 60 stars to open the final level. So 30 is about the halfway point. Although I think endgame is generally faster.
Yeah, I think like the last couple domes are definitely faster paced than the first 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the final level is like 7 minutes long, so...
Well, it's like... I think the level itself is probably like 4. It's just there's so many cutscenes.
Right.
Between Rosalina and then Bowser.
God, dinner smells so good. We'd be almost done with Sunshine by now. Well, actually, it'll probably be like 15 minutes. But dinner smells so good. I want to eat it now. Yeah, so Vallu is in second half. Viper is doing Fast Junior 2 now. It's about full level and a half behind right now. Nothing insurmountable, especially if Vallu makes some more mistakes. Will he get the camera cancel on this planet here? No. It's possible to get a camera cancel there, and it is faster. But I think there has to be a specific launch star property.
Yeah, I
for it to
think for
happen.
that camera cancel, you have to press up on the D-pad and not up then down. It's very bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if Viper has a better fight here than Vallu did. That would save him some time. Fun fact, if you shoot Bowser Jr. with a Starbit here, you get more Starbits. No one
Yep.
seems to know that.
I feel like I was one of like the only people that did that for a long time.
I did it for a long time too. It's like, it's kind of hard though to actually hit the Koopa, first Koopa in 120 and also shoot him.
And on 3D All-Stars, if you hold the button that centers the cursor, you can just hit him right away because it's pointing right at him.
Dang. Oh, Viper kind of didn't get the Maggie Koopa
Oh,
kill there
God.
with the Bullet Bill.
He's crying about it. Okay. No,
Okay,
no chaos ensued.
Not quite as
Wait,
bad.
oh wait, Vallu. Second chance at
Vallu.
Brood.
Oh, come on. I want to see it.
Hold.
I want to see it. Come on, Vallu. No,
Oh,
misses the
missed it
triple again.
Triple again.
Yeah, unfortunate. We did not see a Brood today. But this is still the first week of the tournament. So, very possible we could see it still in the future.
Yeah, assuming Jay and Silo don't get a single SMG1 ban. Which I think Silo will, but Jay has Galaxy 2 as well, which less people want to play, so...
Mm-hmm. Notably, Vallu not collecting Starbits here, probably because he doesn't need them. Starbits are slower if you don't need them. Because you
Yeah,
have to watch
I mean,
the count.
I don't really follow the Starbit route all too much. I kind of just get 600 as soon as I can, and then just don't get as
Yeah,
many.
it doesn't matter too much.
I know there are a lot of levels where you specifically get like 16 Starbits because that's like that number in particular is faster when the text box scrolls or something like that.
Yeah, I think in all, Starbit routing only saves about 1 second, so it's not really worth it unless you're really optimizing, which no one really is right now. So 64 has not been rolled yet.
Yeah, 64 hasn't been pulled a single time. It's gonna be the 3D world of this tourney, unfortunately. Unless.
Well, I mean, last tourney, like, no one ran 3D World, so...
Well, there were a bunch of people with it in their PBs, it's just it never got rolled.
That's the only game I don't run. At all. Even though I don't run Odyssey. So Vallu is the full 2 fountain stars ahead of Viper right now. Which is about 3 minutes-ish? 4 minutes? I don't know. It'd be more if he got Broob, but... Viper, what is happening? Viper almost taking a death at the beginning of Hurry Scurry. I don't see that very often.
Now Vallu going into my... I don't even know if I prefer this to Toy Time or not. This is probably my favorite. It has consistently more good stars, and then Toy Time has Secret and Comet, so that kind of holds it back from being my favorite.
Freeze Flame's pretty good. Oh, Vallu gonna get the right side penguin.
Oh god.
Right side penguin, not as fun as left side penguin.
So,
You can't
so
just catch
cursed.
it. He's still going to the left though. That wasn't too bad.
I mean, that penguin is slow as hell, so it doesn't really matter.
Is that penguin slower on 3D All-Stars?
No. Only the bunnies. Which makes Snowcap, like, the easiest one in the game. Snowcap's free on Switch.
Gonna do some cool movement here. And
you
falling in
missed
the water, never mind.
it. The cold water.
Yep. Fun fact, you can surface swim on that water. But it hurts.
Yeah, I think you can surface swim on any body of water in this game. It's just Sea Slide is the only place where it really applies.
Hmm. Well, we're getting the movement up to Baron Bird here, though. Hope it doesn't get hit by the ice cube. It doesn't get hit by the ice cube, good. Baron Bird is very deceptively just simple. There's a couple backflips with a spin. And you can kind of use your spin frames, weak spin frames to hit him, like with all the other bosses. Next, Freeze Flame 2.
Hope he does the lava boost, even though I'm sure he won't, because it's not faster with 2P.
It's not? Oh, dang.
Yeah, because you can, like, 2B jump up to that tower thing and switch to gravity, and you don't have to hit the life up heart.
Oh,
Life up
interesting.
mushroom. I'm used to Odyssey. That bullet bill, my god.
Bullet Bill just wanted to be part of the action. Bullet Bill turning the green star red. One of 2 green stars in this run. I always thought my category idea was interesting, where it's like, get all the Trials RTA, you get all the green stars.
Ew.
So it's basically half of any percent, and then you do Dusty Dune Secret and Battle Rock Secret and Bowie Base.
Okay, he is going for the lava boost. Yay. Fun strat.
Whee! Just flying across the level, all the way to the end. Very clean. That really only saves 1 second, even though it looks like it saves more.
It looks cool, though, so that's all that matters. Oh, God. If he dies here, I think he has to...
Yeah, he goes back to the beginning.
Again, I'm not sure.
Okay, he's fine, though.
Checkpoints work so weirdly in this game.
Mm-hmm. There are no checkpoint flags in this game, so you kind of just have to eyeball it. Or the game eyeballs it. Viper is following into Freeze Flame. So his route
God,
was
he's gonna
I
get
think
it,
he's
too.
also getting...
No.
He's getting it right side.
Goodbye, penguin.
The freaking right side penguin.
Well, he's actually following it on the right.
Mm-hmm. Vallu just went left again. And now
That's the
Vallu
garden
heading to
time for
Destiny's
Vallu.
Garden.
Thankfully, this is any percent, so we are we are completely ignoring Dusty Dune.
Mm-hmm.
I
Dusty
know.
Garden's kind of boring though.
I know at least one person that genuinely likes Dusty Dune, and it makes me very upset that that's the case. Unfortunately, no Dusty Garden music on our.
Yeah. It's always boring. Anyway, so
Oh,
not a lot
Viper
happening here.
missing the long jump to the Sling Star. Shouldn't be too bad. I don't know how
Yeah,
much
he'll
time
still
he has
make it
left on
up.
the flower.
He's just not gonna be able to do the triple jump strat, probably.
Yep,
Yeah.
right into the water. And he
And
just
getting frozen. I guess I do the wall jumps here.
Vallu trying to do a
Unfortunate.
very unnecessary 2P jump, and his stream
Vallu
is
now
gone.
buffering. No. Now Vallu can catch this bunny with a long jump here. Well, Viper kills Baron Burr. Murders him into a billion tiny pieces. And
Very nice.
nails the bunny grab.
Yeah, that bunny is very different from the other ones, because instead of, like, constantly hopping, it just does big hops from certain places.
Mm-hmm. Supposed to be like a hide and seek over the whole planet.
Remember when that bunny used to have Starbits shooting strats before he realized we could just long jump?
Mm-hmm. We'll see if Viper does the varied route that does different levels out back to back, or if he just tanks freeze flame. I actually think
I think pushback is about the time when the route started to optimize, like, star selection, so you would do the first three and then the comet.
oh yeah. In the older routes, you would do Gusty Garden first, all of it. So, and then you do freeze flame. That's right. Not that it matters too much.
It's like, what, a 0.5 second difference every time you don't do, like, the first three in order.
Mm-hmm. Vallu now in freeze flame at 3. Fun level.
Yeah,
Lot of
everything about
interesting
Free
movement
Flame
here.
is so good. Like, every piece of movement here is amazing.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't get jailed here by the cage, not being able to wall jump. That has happened to me before. He does not.
Luigi, you can
get-
literally just skip this whole thing.
You can get stuck in that cage and not be able to wall jump out. Really weird.
Viper also going for Lava Boost. Nice.
That looks good.
Very nice.
Viper the Galaxy 2 runner, he knows how to lava boost.
Yep, Gravity Gauntlet Comet. Much harder Lava Boost than that. Oh god.
Okay, this is scary. Let's hope his fireball spins. Oh boy, Viper. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That was terrifying. I would have grabbed a coin there. But it is what it is. Now if Viper goes to Gusty Garden 1, I think we'll be pretty much doing the same route here.
Vallu buffering on purpose so Viper's timer can catch up. So nice.
What a nice guy. Yeah, looks like we're doing the same bedroom route here. Vallu now doing Gusty Garden 2, which is a terrible level. Mostly because of the moles in the middle.
I couldn't even. I thought they were on the same star for a second.
No, not quite.
The beginning of this level is like the exact same.
Vallu looking up at the question mark planet. That will affect his cycles. As we know, cycles
I've
happen when they're
never
on
seen
screen.
this camera before. What the hell? Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
he
he
has
can
2P,
stop
he's
the
fine.
moles with his trivial advantage.
Non-trivial advantage. What does that even mean?
No idea.
Get-
Somebody just said that in Flygon's chat and he got banned.
I wish that were me. Oh, Viper missing the long jump on the bunny.
Oh god.
That's unfortunate.
Starbits
Should
galore.
be able to get it here. It's fine. Yeah, Vallu's been schmoving. So, really picking up the pace here. That looked like a really fast camera cancel. Hitting the mole now. The giant mole.
Major Burrows. Such a funny little boss.
What a guy. What a funny little guy.
Will Vallu come back to the 602? No. No way. I don't think he likes
602 is
20-hour
dead.
runs anymore. Oh god, getting hit by...
Vallu is the same age as me almost, so I'm too old for it. Too long for me now.
Vallu has a job? Oh no.
I also have a job. Just not yet.
Going outside literally goes against the speedrunner's code of conduct.
I was kind of hoping I would stay top 5 in 602 forever, but I knew that was never going to be the case.
Legacy.
Viper getting the wall jump there, out of the cage, very clean. Good job, Ginkgo. I'm proud of you. Your paycheck is that I'm proud of you, Ginkgo.
Vallu, another right side penguin.
Wait, it looked like he got the left side, though.
I don't know, it's hard to tell.
Valor doesn't makes it look like it doesn't matter.
Oh,
So
Viper dying in Freeze Flame 3, that's a classic
no.
death. It happens so often.
I think I died there in a PB once. I think that might have been my second 228 that I died there.
I died there twice in a 120 PB.
Oh god.
Nice
Launching
gravity.
super early there. Vallu now doing...
Oh my
Oh, Viper, please.
What is Vallu? Where are you?
Vallu... Oh, he's
2P.
doing 2P jump.
God damn it.
It's like... Freaking got baited by 2P there. I'm so used to the diagonal wall kicks. Yeah, Freeze Flame Secret. One of the coolest stars in the run. Some cool movement here.
Get it? Get... Never mind.
Oh, it gets the walk on the edge of that face thing. Whatever that thing is. Interesting thing about this game...
Called.
Yeah. Interesting thing about this game is that you keep your momentum, or you keep your speed after shooting a fireball in midair. So you can do a triple jump and shoot a fireball in the middle of it and still keep your speed. It's really weird.
Momentum is kind of a joke in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Vallu having about 5 stars left in bedroom, I think.
Freeze Flame Comet, 3 in Gusty Garden. Wait,
And then
3?
Vallu. Oh yeah, Honey Climb as well.
And Honey Climb. Which Honey Climb's fun. It has Vallu Fly High B thing.
Mm-hmm. Best trick name. Besides Purple Idiot Skip.
Viper now doing the moles in Gusty Garden 2. Can't hold them with 2P because he doesn't have 2P. This is not how I would do this. Oh, but that was
It'll
pretty
work.
clean though.
Hey, Purple Idiot Skip took 5 years to find, not 8. And I found it by complete accident, so...
Odd Me 2015 potato canvas.
God. Hey man, that Purple Idiot Skip Potato Cam vid has like almost 2K on YouTube, so...
Alright. Viper gonna be finishing Gusty Garden 2 here. Val entering Gusty Garden either 3 or secret. I'm not sure which one. We'll find out soon. Missing the question mark coin, so I guess he's doing 3. Missing the gravity there. I don't know if he meant to miss the question mark coin or if he just missed it by accident.
If he did, it really doesn't matter, because he can just do 3, but...
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if
see
he'll
some
be
cool
going for
strats here.
the really stupid version of this long jump.
Honestly, he probably will. I don't think it's that bad, right? I think you do need to have a good cycle, though. Did he get that? He didn't get that.
Oh god.
Okay, backed it up okay, though. You see him turn the camera, he might be going for it. Okay, he might be going for it here. Nope, not going for it. Okay. Makes sense. It is a difficult strat.
Oh, why did he go for a 2P jump? That was
You
not
don't need a
necessary.
2P jump there. I actually think it might be slower to do a 2P jump there, even.
This is my problem with 2P. Once you start using it, you just become way too reliant on it.
Might have been just muscle memory. There you go. Not too bad of a death, but it does kind of leave a sour taste in the mouth for sure. You know, a Viper doing Free Slim Secret again. Always nice to see this at level going in a run. Oh, almost getting the walk on the dude there.
Nice ledge grab with the...
I agree, 1P runners are cringe. I'm a pretty cringe person.
Not me. I'm perfect.
Thank you for your input on me. It was very helpful. Alright. Oh hey, we're on this boss again.
Cringe does not equal bad, that is true.
Notably, Vallu not going for the jumping over the mole strat, whatever that strat is called. Very interesting. Jumping over the mole strat saves minimal time, so I don't blame him. I think at this point, if you know you're in the lead, you kind of just want to play the game.
Whoever wants to play the game, though.
I don't know. I'm just spouting words. Viper getting a fairly clean free slam comet here. Thank you for the raid, Cubic.
Cubic with the raid. Hoggers. Thank you for the good luck. I will need it.
So Oddme is actually playing both games right now. With
No,
all
I needed
4 of
to
his arms.
commentate 2P.
And now Vallu is doing Gusty Guard in secret. Hopefully he doesn't miss the question mark coin this time. Yes, Oddme actually has 4 arms and is playing on 2 monitors at the same
Very
time.
true, very true.
That's how he gets 602 world record. With his 4 arms. And 2 brains. And 5 heads.
5 head? Do we even have that? No, we don't. I'll add that after. Old chomp.
Vallu
Go boom.
Gold Chomp. Imagine being a kid and wondering what the secret star is and looking at the Golden Chomp and being like, nah.
No way. Now, if you played Galaxy 2 first, then you would probably put it together.
Yeah, probably. Oh, right, so Chomp works. I was like, wait, where is the Golden Chomp in Galaxy 2? Literally in the galaxy with Chomp in the name. And Vallu is done with the main level, so now he's on to Honey Climb for Vallu Fly High B thing.
Damn,
You will see
Cubic.
why it's called that very soon, if you don't know why it's called that.
Oh god. This trick is amazing, and it never fails on 3D All-Stars Copium.
Yeah, Vallu will have to deal with the bee mushroom text here, which is a little slow, but
Such a
And-
disadvantage. Oh my.
no sub 150 Honey Climb here.
Yeah, Bread
Yes,
goes
in case
slow level. Mr. Seagold.
I had Seagold for a long time, yes. The only level I could say I was good at. And then someone stole it from me. And I was sad. And then I quit Galaxy forever.
Honey Climb is your legacy.
Viper
Viper.
dies!
Not even a 2P jump and still died.
Yeah, that jump, if you... the spin is a little finicky. Timing on the spin.
Oh yeah, the golden chomp had a coin in it. Wow. Okay.
Viper. There we go. So both of them dying on Gusty Garden 3. So, net 0 gain there for either of them. Meanwhile, Vallu is flying high B thing, ing. I don't know.
Very nice.
Getting almost 200 star bits with his non-trivial advantage. With his co-star mode. I'm very thankful that whoever changed that to saying co-star and no co-star.
I don't know, man.
did
I
that.
liked yes and no. That was fun.
I was gonna call them yes and no forever if they didn't change it back.
Yes.
Or change it to something better. Like, do you run Galaxy as a yes runner or a no runner? Speaking of 3D All-Stars, I need to... Well, I don't need to, but I would like to get world record in that category at some point. Before Oddme gets the idea to do it again.
I doubt I'll ever do it again.
I just don't want to play All-Star 64 or Sunshine
Nobody does.
or Galaxy for that matter.
Alright, now you've crossed the line, buddy. This is the only game I tolerate on 3D All-Stars.
Okay, now Vallu is in Bowser 2, the Dark Matter plant. There are some interesting strats he could go for here. I don't think he'll go for them because he hasn't been going for difficult stuff lately.
Yo, Nemi clip?
He will probably go for plus skip though. Like that's just a standard. Not going for Nemi clip. Unfortunate.
Damn.
Someone will go for that in this tournament, I'm sure. That's some pretty slick movement here. Oh, that was clean.
Nice. That was really good.
That was really, really clean, yeah. That's one of those levels you practice a lot.
Viper, I think, is into Honey Climb now? Or, no, he still has to do Secret.
Vallu, what the heck?
Nice.
Setting up a 2P jump that probably saved 1 second total,
Looks cool, then.
I suppose. Viper is about 2 stars behind, or 2.5. Not too bad. Vallu's definitely been picking up a lot of time in bedroom. Just with cleaner movement and stuff. Bowser 2 strats are probably the most interesting in the Bowser fights. You do a little cancel there. You have to not bot Bowser in the air right there when trying to cancel those spin attacks.
Yeah, but the third phase is just stupid.
Really taking advantage of those weak spins, actually having a hitbox.
All Ginkgo, the bar is set very, very low for Bowser fights in Galaxy games.
What is the best Bowser fight in a Mario game?
Yeah,
Bowser's Fury,
Mario
probably,
game?
right?
I would say Bowser 3 and 64. Even though it is the same as the first two, it just has a different feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Final Bowser fight in Odyssey is pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
But Sunshine in the hot tub, now that is quality.
That is the intense one. That one has a randomness involved. Okay, so Vallu gets like a 146.58 exit. That usually means we're on like 26 or 27 pace.
God, I wish I
Endgame's like 40
knew.
minutes.
Pace
And-
indicator.
Yeah, like a decent endgame is about 40 minutes. So usually you can tell from the Bowser 2 time what kind of pace you're on.
Viper going for the thing.
See? He's setting up for it.
Oh, he went to
And
the left.
it probably means he was holding left a little bit. Gotta be holding neutral here. He's struggling a bit with this.
Yeah, go for it until he gets it. Which, for this planet, that's fair, because it saves the most time on this one.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah,
still
I
going-
think he's not facing straight up.
Oh, that's definitely why. Even on this 144p, I can tell his Luigi is facing slightly left.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
And
dead.
falling into the void. Dang.
Vallu.
Vallu falling into the observatory. Okay. So 27 pace then.
Oh, Red Ghost, it's your thing.
Oh, and he misses it. I'm so ashamed. My one contribution to this game.
Besides Honey Climb.
I didn't really contribute anything in Honey Climb.
You contributed lowering the seesaw. That's good enough.
Yeah. Why am I even still on the seesaw? I should have them take me off. Viper did make it to the third planet here. I discovered double lumen bounce, yes.
Yeah.
That is my strat. Viper not doing Vallu fly high B thing on this last planet. Fair enough. Doesn't save too much here.
Totally fair.
Oh, Vallu running from the rocks. Vallu is going for
Oh, God.
counterclockwise.
So stupid.
This
Even
is a
with 2K,
very hard route.
Right.
Yeah. the 2P jump doesn't actually help as much as you might think on after the 4-star chip here.
It saves like 5 seconds or something, but if you miss it, oh, it's over.
He's already made enough movement mistakes where it probably it's not going to save him too much time. This is a faster route, but this part right here is why it's so hard. But gets it.
Yeah, I died on this like after practicing it for so long. I died on it in a 120 run, and I never did it again.
Yeah, it's really not too worth it in the longer categories. And I mean, every category in this game is long, so...
It's just not worth it.
Yeah, this is like... The only reason it saves time is because you can get to the top pole star much easier. We don't have to go into first person and look up and accidentally grab the bottom pole star anyway. This bunny also sucks. But Vallu gets it handily.
Viper entering Bowser 2 here. Hopefully he also gets a very clean stage with no deaths.
Mm-hmm. Looking clean so far. Part's hard though. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen a long jump from there before. Oh, bonk.
A skip. Pause, champ.
Mm.
Nice.
Oh, there we go. Very, very nice. Very nice from Viper there. I think that was actually cleaner than Vallu's, even. Because Vallu had like a weird mishap early.
Ginkgo is physically impossible to be entertaining in any Galaxy game after the first 30 minutes. You just run out of things to say that fast.
Vallu's in Gold Leaf 2. There's a lot of 2P strats here that you can do. A lot of 2P jumps.
You can talk about the weather. It sucks.
It's very hot. I walked out of my apartment this morning at 7 a.m. and it already felt like it was 100 degrees.
In Virginia in September, it's ass. Too humid, not cool enough.
Yeah, I could
Vallu
literally
going for
never live.
B skip, B list, whatever you want to call it, and he gets
He gets it.
the one interesting.
I
thing
could never live in the East Coast. I could never live in a humid place like Virginia. So awful.
See, but then you get to fall, and it's like amazing, perfect in fall.
Mm. Okay, Viper gets the cancels there. Looking to be a pretty clean Bowser 2 for Viper. Unless he misses Bowser here. Yeah, pretty clean from Viper. Good job, Viper. I don't know what Viper's PB is, but he's looking to be on 233 pace right now. So,
That's probably PB pace. Let me check.
I don't know how Engine Room goes.
He has a 234, so yes.
Okay, so technically could be PB pace by a little bit.
Okay, Vallu not realizing
Vallu-
that you can't 2P jump the shadow.
Is that actually a thing?
I think you have to actually hit Luigi himself and not when he's like behind a wall.
Dang. Clean 2B jumps otherwise. Backflip. Okay, see if he gets a cutscene skip here. He gets the
Odds.
cutscene.
Nice.
Gets it. Don't fall off, because otherwise then you literally can't get back up. Pretty clean Gold Leaf 3, besides that little mishap.
Viper is about like a full gold leaf behind, has to get all 3 of these stars. Meanwhile,
Mhm.
Vallu, I believe, is going to either
Toy
Gold
Time
Leaf
1.
Comet or Toy Time, one of the two.
I'm pretty sure it's Toy Time 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toy Time.
Very, very fun
This is
stuff.
this is a very interesting level. Very technical. A lot of movement.
Armpit skip.
I hate armpit skip. That's the worst part of the star, but otherwise it's fine.
Capital D colon. Wow.
No landing cancel. Doesn't really matter too much. Oh boy. Don't fall off, please.
Nice long jump, 2P jump. Viper taking
Definitely
the
needed to do that.
better route for Gold Leaf 1.
Mm-hmm. The based route. Or the old guard. More 2P jumps here, probably. What the heck are you doing?
I tried when I first did 2P. That was like one of the first things I learned, and it took me so long to get.
That was cool. Oh, don't talk to the bunny. Okay. Viper entering launch star for Gold Leaf 1. We're going to be going for armpit skip here. God, I don't know how you play with two Wii remotes in one hand. It's just not comfortable.
If you're doing back-to-back, it's not the worst, but side-to-side, I don't get how people do it.
Oh, that was a very
just gotta
clean
have,
armpit
like,
skip.
Mega hands for it. Also very nice armpit skip.
Yeah. Doesn't back-to-back hurt your hand, though? If you're like holding a huge brick.
It hurts your hand no matter what. Like, my wrist was dead after playing one level with back-to-back and side-to-side in this game, but with SMG2, it's not as bad.
Mm-hmm. I feel like 2P and SMG2 is just much more interesting. There's more stuff you can do.
Hardcore Gaming says 2 true, but he separates the Wiimotes half the time when playing Galaxy 2.
Good thing I'm not a Giga Chad. Otherwise I would have to do 2P. Honestly, though, the true Giga Chads are the 1P runners who don't need to rely on 2P to do stuff.
True! Oh my god, have you seen Jay's, like, Kaizo playthrough? When he was trying to do Sludgy Hop, that shit had me rolling. He failed it for like 20 minutes.
No, I didn't see that.
Him trying to do One Piece stuff was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in this game.
That's epic. My strat's so easy, too.
Vallu with a very
I should have tried Spider Bounce.
skip. And now Viper doing
Yeah.
the B method for Gold Leaf 2. I think he's just gonna
As you
do the
do.
jump off the ledge instead of the dirt hop or whatever.
Dirt hop.
Yeah,
Oh,
where you
oh, that's
sit on
a
the
thing.
dirt. It's the
I
Mario
forgot that
strat.
was a thing. Oh, that's why I forgot it was a thing, because I haven't played Mario in actual years. I don't even think I have a JPVC preview as Mario. That's how long it's been since I played as Mario. Like 2018,
I
2019.
think the last time I used Mario was when 3D All-Stars came out. And I had to unlock Luigi.
Mario is not fun in this game. It's just the facts.
True.
Now, Valid's on an auto scroller, so we can watch Viper's Gold Leaf 3 with 1P based. Oh, missing the wall jump there.
Could go spitting wrong facts today. Love to see it. There's no good categories in this game.
That was a very awkward setup for that tree skip, but he got it. I don't know how much that actually saves. Viper is showing his potential in SMG1 today, for sure, though. He's definitely doing a lot of good stuff. We'd definitely
Yeah,
see him
he
getting
just-
sub 230
he
at some point.
He just does not take it as seriously as SMG2.
Hmm.
One of the rare SMG2 mains that like doesn't really come from Galaxy 1 in the first place.
I think I'm one of the rare people who switched to Sunshine from Galaxy 1 and hasn't gone back.
And for that, you are based. Because you're like
Based.
the only Galaxy runner, I'm pretty sure, in existence that likes Sunshine. Besides me, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had a lot of combinations of like SMG2 and Sunshine and Sunshine 64 over the years, but Galaxy 1 Sunshine's a rare combo, I think.
Yeah, because one's fun and the other is Galaxy. Sly coming in with unnecessary ussy commentary, like always.
I don't know, it's a 224 in Galaxy 1 and a 119 in Sunshine, pretty even in terms of skill. I have no
You
idea.
cannot compare these games for skill level. They are just so
Both-
different.
Both runners in Toy Time now, just one of them's on Toy Time 1 and the other one's on Toy Time 2.
Both very fun stars. Viper has a 234 in Galaxy 1.
Mm-hmm. Vallu is going for screw skip here. 2P only strat here. So, basically just means he just does two 2P jumps instead of screwing the screw. And missing the star chip. Next two can do it with only one. If this were Galaxy 2, he might be able to get in the launch star immediately.
True.
And cool Mario Planet movement here. I love this movement. I think this movement's underrated.
But is it as good as Luigi's purple coins?
It's better, because Luigi's Purple Coins killed sub 540 in my 120 PB.
Damn, but
I'm still holding a grudge on that. Literally 539 pace, dies on Luigi's Purple Coins, no longer 539 pace. That's all I ever wanted.
classic.
I never got it. And now I will never get it. Now C-Slide. Please, dear God, Value, detach your Wiimote so you don't kill your arm.
Oh yeah. I would hope he does this 1P.
There's literally no reason to do the Star 2P.
I feel like it's even physically possible to do that with two Wiimotes.
I don't think it is.
Like you would have
Like,
to.
I once tried.
I'm gonna do it right now. Yeah, I'm like.
I think
losing my
I once tried to do like Flying Star Fast with 2P, and I was like, this is not working.
2P Joy-Con supremacy. I'm not using it, but if I were to use 2P, I would use Joy-Cons.
Well, we did miss the instant surface swim there, unfortunately.
Oh god, okay. Did that before you had Velcro? How did that even work? Your Wiimotes would just like slip and slide all over the place.
Yeah, didn't a hardcore do a 242 without Velcro?
Ask
What a
him.
legend. I'm like 99% sure his first time he used
Oh
2P
god, is he
wasn't
dead?
using Velcro.
No,
You know he's
got
not
there,
dead.
right?
He's fine.
Oh my god.
He's fine. He knows what he's doing. Viper missing tree skip in the comet.
Missing it again.
Oh no, Viper.
Oh boy.
This is kind of bad. I think you can do this maybe 6 times before Cosmic Luigi. Okay, he's fine.
Yeah, if he was
Yep.
Mario, he would have like infinite attempts to get that. This Cosmic Mario is slow.
When I tried 2P, I used command strips. And they didn't work very well. Maybe I was just doing it wrong, who knows? Maybe I just suck at 2P. Right, Vallu done with Sea Slide 2. Let me move on to Sea Slide Comet now. More surface swimming, more arm killing. Of course, they're back-to-back still on this route. Meanwhile, Viper doing the auto-scroll level. I'm obligated to put this here. So that's with Vallu. I know I'm cringe.
Classic.
Probably the only Prism sub in this entire channel. Only one who remembers.
I got like 56 months on that sub, but I haven't renewed it.
I think I'm at like 80 right now.
Nice. 602 Discord is about to absolutely crucify you.
I don't give a crap. I'm not even in there. They'll have to find me first.
You join for every 602 that you did, and then you just leave again. Then you come back every 6 months.
Oh, no, I don't. 'Cause I am retired.
Retired 3 MMI runner. Should have gotten Sludgy in here too. That would have been amazing.
That would have been
Most
match.
locked up matchup in the whole tourney.
That would actually be hype, though. Me and Sludgy. Actually, my 80% times are just like way better, though. And not SMG1 and SMG2, but. Vallu now doing Toy Time Secret.
It's like the
level.
only.
I'm
This and Comet are like the only bad stars in Toy Time.
missing the 2P jump to get to the Luma. Meanwhile, Viper finishing the auto-scroller. And heading back to Toy Time 2, probably. For the moment. I think Toy Time 2 is just an underrated level in general. I like that level. Cycles here are pretty odd. There's a gamer cycle you can get. Maybe that's just a comet. He's getting pretty gamerish cycles, though. Oh, never mind. I'm going to use a 2P jump there to get to the middle. For nailing the triple jump to the screw there. Cannot do screw skip because of 1P, but that's perfectly okay. Now, Vallu only has 2 stars left in Engine Room. Toy Time Comet and Gold Leaf Secret. Toy Time Comet, kind of just a rehash of the level you just did.
Except things are faster. And it's way
Yay.
easier to get crushed midair.
Oh god, Viper. Okay, he's fine.
Thankfully, SMG1 slopes are forgiving, so.
Mm-hmm. I got the slow moments when Jay was playing Cosmos Collapse today.
That was a joy to watch.
The hack actually looks insane. It might be one of the best Galaxy Kaizo hacks.
Didn't even feel that much like Kaizo. It was just like it was harder, obviously, but it felt more like a Star Road type, more difficult. Vallu, hello.
Vallu,
Oh
I'm
my
getting crushed. Yeah, that trying to save it from that side of the planet is not very nice. You kind of missed the 2P jump there.
Could have just done a normal spin, but he had the 2P jump.
You could have gone to the top of the planet and long jumped over. That's what I would have done. But I'm not here to judge how Vallu does things. I'm here to commentate on how Vallu does things. That should work. Oh boy. Do not get crushed again, please. That would be bad. Yeah, Viper's doing C-Slide 2. See if he gets the instant surface swim here. Does not get it. To get that, I think you have to be... Oh, you got a really fast one, though.
Get basically instant, though, right after that.
Yeah. I think to get the instant, you have to start shaking when the 2 is disappearing. And not be holding anything else. Can't be holding A. I think that's what Danny taught me anyway. Playing safe, getting the coin there. Oh, bonking on the... whatever that is. The mechanism. Now has 1 star left in Engine Room, and then he goes on to the final revisit to Kitchen. He's not on horrible pace, to be honest. I think he's probably on better than 229 pace anyway. In spite of some mishaps. He's been moving through Engine Room. Oh dang, we can't hear the satisfaction of getting this perfect.
Yeah. Do 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 do.
Pretty fast. That was really good. Leaving Engine Room sub 213. I would call that like maybe 226 pace. Barely. Which is not bad. Maybe bad for someone who has a 219, but that's only +2 on my PB. Well, it's like +3, but... Yeah, Terrace really doesn't matter that much in a run this long. It's the mid game that really matters. And then just holding it together in late game.
True. I still hate Terrace, though.
Mm-hmm.
Viper with the instant
bad.
surface swim.
Very nice. Viper surface swimming, very good today. Not going for the fast strat here. Fair enough. That strat is a bit difficult. Viper as well has been doing really well this race. Really showing his potential. Vallu is just a fast man. Fast finish man.
Oh,
Let me
doing
off the
a
face,
super jump
man.
off that moving dude. Neat.
I haven't seen these strats before.
Yeah, 2P
Oh,
goes to
ground
the
pound.
right here.
Vallu, please. Vallu, just backflip up, please.
Oh my. He's trying.
2P. Well, at least this strat is free with 2P. Literally just 2P jump and 2P jump to win. It's not hover to win, it's 2P jump to
It's
win.
just one of the many levels in this game that takes more skill with 1P. SMH.
Yep. Accurate. Yeah, why did they let two 1P runners commentate a Galaxy 1 race?
Because it's funny and cringe. Also, to be fair, I was going in hoping for sunshine, so...
Me too. I could have been eating dinner an hour ago. I had to wait.
Actually, no, because, unless they both got 115s.
Well, I'm estimating. Well, about to get the second green star of the run. And the last green star of the run, unfortunately.
Player having a skill issue in chat right now.
2P sucks. Funny joke. No, 2P's cool. But only when I'm not doing it. And now it's drip drop time. For Vallu, anyway.
Drop.
Viper now doing Toy Time Comet. We'll see how this goes for him. See if he gets crushed like Vallu did.
Hopefully not.
That would save him time over Vallu. He did not get crushed.
Yeah, for drift drop, the camera is very necessary to be in like very specific places and have the eels on screen because, like many things in this game, when something is not on screen, it doesn't move, and the eels are probably the biggest culprit of that.
You know what's not a culprit of that, though, is these Tox boxes. They just keep moving.
Yep.
Could you imagine if the Tox boxes were the same way? They're just on random cycles when they're not on camera.
God, I don't want to imagine anything worse about Toy Time Comet.
And Vallu using the 2P to hold the eels here. I honestly, this is one of the worst levels of 2P, in my opinion. Just the 1P stretch are so clean. 2P is just like, I'm gonna hold the eels.
It's a lot funnier when there's a yellow-orange Luma doing it, but we just
Very
get a
true.
stupid star.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that Luma is like so powerful though. He just like has the ability to stop things in their tracks.
Yeah, he can hold he can hold the giant Goombas and shit in Supermassive.
You underestimate how much of deep-seated 2P-ism I have. That didn't land well.
My whole shtick
Like,
is just being mean to 2P.
I come from an era. I just come from an era where 2P was in the shadows.
Except for Negtaro. Negtaro
I mean, he
had
was kind
record for like 15 years.
I mean, by the time I came around, he was kind of just long gone. His time was already there, and I was just there as well.
Negtaro is the ultimate 2P Chad. He uses feet.
Dude. Viper
Micro
struggling a
was
bit
gone.
with Gold Leaf Secret here. To be fair, bubble strats are not easy to do.
See, I'm Ginkgo.
This
I
is
play
true,
on 3D
Ginkgo.
All Stars. It's basically the same thing as 2P.
Mhm.
So I'm allowed to cheat and complain
And
about
Vallu-
cheating.
Vallu now done with all of the main stars, and now going to be doing final Bowser. Entering a healthy lead ahead of Viper. So Viper, in spite of his best efforts, needs Vallu to have a complete meltdown of like
He's gonna need to like game over in Bowser.
maybe Vallu goes for tube strats and fails them for 10 minutes. Also, Ginkgo, you're very correct. I am old and grumpy, and I don't want to be here.
It's okay. You got like 15 more minutes or something.
That's something like that.
Viper having 603 star bits. That's disappointing.
Dang.
No reference.
You should get at least 2 more.
605.
It's a 602, but you get the 3 Galaxy 1 green stars again at the end.
Galaxy 1 greens is the best category.
No, it's 602, but you finish the first level of 3D World. And then you're done.
Go, Luigi.
I have done 2 603s actually. 2 of my 602s were actually 603s because of SM64. I think in one of them I grabbed the top of the pyramid star twice, and the other one I grabbed the Womp's Fortress cannon shot star twice.
Nice. Yo, Kaya coming back, that would be super based.
I already did come back a few years ago.
Yeah, for like
They didn't
2
stay
days.
for very long.
You
Oh, Viper
realize
actually
you're
doing-
playing Galaxy 1.
Oh, Viper
First try.
nailing the 1P buoy base strat. What a legend.
First moon skip. Wow. I love 1.0. Vallu not making that cycle.
I thought that cycle was free as 2P. Someone was saying that earlier this week.
That cycle's just free in general, so. Interesting strats for the ice planet there, but I guess he did need the coin.
Did he need some amount of health here to do, what do you call it in the tube?
Boosting.
The stupid boosting?
No, I said damage boost. I was yawning.
Oh,
I'm
I
so
don't think I've
tired.
ever gone through this.
And I
strat.
still have to do my match in like an hour.
Dang. All my matches are at 6 a.m. my time.
Oh my god, where is Vallu going? What the hell?
He is doing these
Doing
KK
the
strats. Oh my
flying-
god, he has not taken damage yet. What is happening?
Camera? Hello?
Camera? Oh god.
How
Is he dead?
not
Where is he?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Is he not dead?
Oh,
Oh,
my
he's
God.
no, he's dead. Never mind.
Oh,
My bad.
what in the world? Viper not having a meltdown on buoy base green star.
Poggers not
Not like
having
last time.
the bullet bill circle around the cage for 5 minutes. Yeah, that camera was very weird. I feel like the camera is supposed to snap back to Luigi earlier.
Yeah, that usually happens, but
Yeah, I don't think that was going for it this
fine.
time.
For that.
It might not be a 227 now. Actually, it probably won't be a 227 now.
Definitely not.
Vallu not damage boosting through the Bonsai Bill. Wonder if he knows
Can't
that
believe he's
strat.
not going to beat his almighty 226.37 from 5 years ago.
Dang, was that actually the world record 5 years ago?
It lasts a while. I know that much.
Dang. I'm sitting over here with the 22401, and I'm like, what? And that's not even considered good anymore.
It's still fine. I mean, there's a big difference between good and then top 5 nowadays.
True. So true.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
see
see
if
Viper
stairs are
gets-
free for Vallu.
And also, if Viper knows good drip drop 1P strats. Oh, he didn't let the Yo come on screen. Well, you need to go a little more to the left there.
Yeah,
the 1P.
yep. What the?
Yeah,
What just? Oh, the torpedo Ted probably.
yeah.
Also, stairs were in fact free for Vallu. Okay,
Mhm.
both eels on screen, meeting up. He is getting a red shell
Viper,
though.
please get the red shell. Okay. He should be fine here.
Every shell should just be red in these games. It's a crime that greens even exist underwater.
There should be
They
blue
move
shells
so
in
much
this game.
faster and they home in.
There should be blue shells in this game.
Yeah, they target whoever's first place in a galaxy race. They just go across. the
Instantly
console.
die. Instantly die. I
That
can't
was hitting 0.5 second.
tell. I don't know if Viper's on PB pace now. He might be close to. He might be tying his PB.
So hard to tell.
This splits like maybe like 1 more minute, and then the final level is like 7.5. No, I don't know if he's on PB pace then. Valid, meanwhile, hitting these green thingies with 2P. Or trying to anyway. That does save time. And now coming up to the final phase of Bowser. It's looking like a pretty convincing win for Vallu here.
Surely he doesn't die 19 times in this phase. Or if we'll go for task strat. Might as well.
Hmm.
Is going for it? No, does
And
not.
too early. Much too early there. That's okay. Doesn't really matter too much. Well, that kind of matters a little bit. Hitting Bowser here. And 1. And 2. And 3. GG.
228, 1x. Definitely.
Like
I mean,
it.
it beats his run from earlier today by like a minute.
Mhm.
So that's something, but he's definitely still rusty.
Definitely.
Not
I
to
know if I
mention
ever have
all
to
the
face him.
GP mistakes.
If I ever have to face him, I know I don't want to ban Galaxy 1.
And
And
there it is.
GG.
Ooh.
And
It
that
shifts
means-
the crown. Very nice.
And that means Vallu
MS
is
crown.
the winner of this race and goes up to 1-0, I believe. And unfortunately, that means Viper, I think, is now to 0-2. Means he still has
Yes.
one more match to play, but probably will not be advancing in the tournament. But he had a
God,
good
that-
run.
At point 2, man.
That point 2, Matt, yeah, it's crazy. I didn't see what time he hit Honey Up Luigi Star, but he could still be getting like a 234 here, potentially. You can make it out if you beat expect. Okay, so it's not over for him yet.
Rock speeding
That
X
actually
probably
sounds-
would be the craziest thing.
That would actually be insane. They both get 1 ban, right?
Yes, I believe.
Very interesting.
Alright, Viper entering Bowser 3 now. See if he makes the early cycle that Vallu couldn't make.
I don't think he goes for it. Well, he's definitely not getting now anyway, so...
You could like backflip up. Yeah, he's just
Yeah,
gonna
he's not
wait.
going for it.
Okay, don't fall, please.
Not be good.
Yeah, three-way ties in group stage would be very interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, nice unintentional damage boost there.
No, that's fine. Usually one damage boost. You always have to have at least one, but if you get the one, then you don't have to worry about taking damage out otherwise.
Also, Viper's run is officially valid. Arbits.
And
Very nice run.
me, who never did 69 and always was at 0, now my runs are valid.
SMH. Actually, doing
It is
the
not bad.
damage boost there to go through the bonsai bill. Very smart.
Good strat. Outdated strat, but good strat. That's the strat I use.
Nice.
Very nice.
Not bad. Yeah, I do not think this can PB. It will be very close,
it's, it's looking like a low 235. Better than his run against Exprelli. If he got this run against Exprelli, he would have won.
True. But can't always have that. This game is mean.
Not clean stairs, unfortunate. Three minutes away from the end here. Not much else to say here, except for
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell every Galaxy runner to play Sunshine, Nico, but they never listen. Viper getting the 0.5 second time save.
I don't even remember when I started liking Sunshine. It just kind of
Probably started
happened.
getting good. That's how it works with SMS. Okay, Viper missing the first plant shot. Oh my god.
Uh-oh. And now it gets a little more difficult. With him really spinning. Bowser standing on the plant now.
That's the exact thing that happened to him in the Exprelli race. Okay, that works.
Gets the rebound.
The remount, if you will. No. Yeah, exactly.
You don't have
Nico.
to spin hundreds
Just
of
like
hours.
Galaxy 2.
No, I've spent hundreds of hours on Galaxy 2 and I still hate it, so. And it hates me. As evidenced by the race against Octon the other day. Nothing has changed.
Viper coming up on his final hits. It tried going for
missing.
fast strat. Oh my god, what is he doing?
Oh god, he has 1 health. Please get a coin. Oh my god. Viper, fight!
What is happening? Okay, gets another damage.
Oh my god, he actually got the cancel.
Hopefully these fireballs are going to be gone by the time he gets to Bowser.
Oh my god. Please.
Okay,
Oh
he's
god. He's fine.
GG's.
Okay. GG to Viper. That's
And like a
35, 31-ish, I think. Or 21? I don't know. 31. I'm gonna say 31. Not bad. Can't be too far off his PB.
Yeah, that was awesome. Actually, I'll wait for both of them to unmute if they want to jump in the end.
At the beginning of this race was really close. And then
Yep.
you kind of just see Vallu pull ahead as he gained momentum. And GG.
35-31.
Very nice. Good race.
Yeah, Viper and Vallu, if you want to hop in the call now or unmute.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
GG's.
He's on the second D-Rust run of the day.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm glad I did that first one because there was a lot to learn from that.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you're not entirely used to 2P yet, but you're definitely getting there.
Yeah, there are definitely some things where I still don't understand how it works exactly, especially on Honey Hive 1 skip.
Oh god, both of you were having like big meltdowns there, so
I lost so much time early game. I was really scared at that point.
yeah, I mean this was pretty close up until like end of fountain, middle of kitchen-ish. Then you started to really pull ahead.
To be honest,
Yeah, I
7
think
minutes in a Galaxy race is still kind of close in the end.
Yeah.
True. That's an entire Bowser 3.
We definitely started getting a lot more momentum starting kind of after Fountain.
That's when you don't
not-
have to use 2P as much, so I can just
Yeah.
use muscle memory.
Mhm. Very true.
Now if this was an SMG2 race, that would have been fire.
Yeah,
But-
very interesting.
I think I would have just lost because I'm really rusty at Galaxy 2.
Viper doesn't rust at Galaxy 2.
And I would
He
have gone
comes back
for
as like a 304.
I would have gone for the freaking rock bounces because I don't know anything else at the moment.
Sorbetty skip. Rocks has a chance, yeah. I'm not sure if Viper's going to unmute, but if you don't have anything else left to say, Vallu, then GG's on your run. Hopefully you'll start getting down back to where you were before with Galaxy 1 as time goes by, but I know by the time group stage is over, you'll just be on Splatoons.
Yeah, Splatoon is definitely something that I've been obsessed with recently, so we'll see what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. We should just
Alright,
add Splatoon 3 to MMI, TBH. It's basically a Mario game.
That would be great.
Made by Nintendo.
Single player blind run.
Same engine as Galaxy, same devs.
Alright, well, GG's again. I believe we do have one more race for today/tomorrow, and that is Joe Cool versus The Mine, which will be at 1 a.m. Eastern. Me and Mine will be racing at 11 p.m., but that's offline. So. Yeah. GG's again, and
GG's.
tune in at DGen hours if you want to watch that race.
Do you want to
Yay.
raid someone? Odd me.
Yeah, we could find somebody. Let's see. Jay is doing
Yeah.
Twitch plays, but
I'm sure he needs the viewers. Well, it is Galaxy, right? They're continuing.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Oh yeah, they're doing Honey
doing
Hive,
plays
Honey
now.
Hive, Honey Hive 1, 2. I don't know. That could be interesting.
yeah, let's hit up the late night Twitch plays raid. Why not?
Right. Tell me when I can click the button. Oh, bye.
I'm gonna go eat.
Bye, bye, Vallu.
All right. Raid has been created, so yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Any viewers coming back for DGen hours? I probably won't see you there because I'll be asleep right after my race. But
That's at 7
hope you enjoy.
a.m. I could
Vallu
commentate that.
ist offline. Schau dir diesen Super Mario Sunshine Stream vor 3 Stunden gestreamt.
Oh my god.
What a
Nice
nice
German, Brigio, sorry.
pronunciation. That's
Go
what was
watch
good
Twitch
pronunciation.
plays. Go participate with them.
Oh yeah, bye. I'm gonna go eat
Okay,
now.
yeah,
Bye.
you can hit the button now.